My uncle saved his mom's life, and everyone hates him for it. It was a regular Saturday cookout at my aunt's house. Nothing fancy, just burgers on the grill, potato salad, and my cousins running around with water guns. My grandma was sitting in her wheelchair under the shade tree like always. She had ALS and couldn't move much anymore, but she still loved being around family. She'd smile when we talked to her, even though she couldn't really talk back. I was helping my dad carry drinks to the cooler when I heard someone scream. My grandma had slumped forward in her chair. Her face was gray. My Aunt Linda started yelling for help. Everyone froze. My mom pulled out her phone to call 911, but her hands were shaking so bad she dropped it. Kids were crying. My cousin Jake just stood there holding a burger like an idiot. Then Uncle Nick came out of nowhere. He'd been sitting by himself in the back corner of the yard like he usually did at family stuff. He pushed through everyone, tilted my grandma's chair back, and started doing CPR right there on the grass. Hard compressions, counting out loud. He looked scary focused, like nothing else existed. My Aunt Linda tried to stop him. She grabbed his shoulder and said, "Nick, stop." But he shoved her hand off and kept going. Someone else yelled that the ambulance was coming. He didn't stop, just kept doing compressions and rescue breaths. It felt like forever, but was probably only 3 or 4 minutes. Then my grandma gasped. This awful, wet sound. She started breathing again. Uncle Nick sat back on his heels, sweating and breathing hard. The ambulance showed up like 2 minutes later and took her to the hospital. You'd think everyone would be happy, right? Wrong. The next day at the hospital, my mom and Aunt Linda had this huge fight in the parking lot. I was in the car, but I could hear them through the window. Linda kept saying, "He knew. He knew about the DNR." My mom said maybe he forgot, or maybe he didn't think it applied yet. But Linda just kept repeating, "He knew." I didn't know what DNR meant, so I Googled it. Do not resuscitate. Basically, my grandma had signed papers saying if her heart stopped, she didn't want anyone to bring her back. She'd told my Aunt Linda and my mom and a couple other people that she was ready to go, that she didn't want to suffer anymore. But nobody told Uncle Nick. Or maybe they did, and he just ignored it. After the hospital stabilized her, they moved my grandma to a full-time care place. I went to visit her with my mom once. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. She was completely paralyzed now, couldn't even blink on purpose, but her eyes were open, and you could tell she was awake in there. My mom held her hand and talked to her, but my grandma just stared at the ceiling. Then she started crying. Not like sobbing, just tears running down her face while she stared at nothing. My mom cried the whole drive home. She didn't say anything, just cried. After that, everything changed. Uncle Nick stopped getting invited to stuff. My Aunt Linda blocked his number. At my cousin's graduation party, someone asked where Nick was, and my dad just said, "He's not coming," and nobody asked again. I heard my Uncle Brad call him selfish at Thanksgiving. Said Nick couldn't let go, so now Mom has to suffer.